A new poll out of the state of Colorado has some very, very bad news for Lauren Boebert. This poll was conducted in her district, asking respondents, who are you going to pick between Lauren Boebert and her Democratic opponent, Adam Frisch, who in last year's midterm only lost to her by 561 votes. So Frisch is running again, and according to the latest poll right now, he's winning. Frisch, according to this new poll, has the support of 50% of the district, while Lauren Boebert has the support of 48% of the district. So why am I sitting here talking about a poll for an election that is, 14 months away when there's only a 2-point difference, which is within the margin of error, right? That's not news. So why am I talking about this? Because you always have to dig a little deeper into polls, right? We can't extrapolate a whole hell of a lot from a poll showing a 2-point difference, 14 and a half months away from the election. But what we can see when you get into the deeper numbers is that the people in the district really seem to hate Lauren Boebert. Let me read you this. This is from LGBTQ Nation. They said, Frisch holds a bigger advantage, 17 points, when it comes to unaffiliated voters, the group that the Frisch campaign has said it's trying to appeal to in this election cycle. He also has a 32-point advantage with Latin voters. A majority, 53% of likely voters in the survey had an unfavorable view of Boebert, and only 42% had a favorable view of her. Frisch, on the other hand, only has a 26% unfavorable view. So a majority of people in the district look at Lauren Boebert and they say, I don't like her. That's the real story here. Those unfavorable ratings within her own district, people there don't like her. But furthermore, going beyond just this new poll and this new story, we can go back throughout this entire year so far. And we have seen report after report, I've talked about many of them right here, where Boebert voters, Republican voters in the district, who did vote for her again in last year's midterms, by January, they were already saying, I'm tired of this. I gave her another shot. I thought maybe she would tone it down. Maybe she could be a little bit more normal. But now she went there and she's being crazier than ever. Like, I'm done. And those reports started in January, folks, just a couple days after she had been sworn in for her second term. That is what poses the biggest problem to Lauren Boebert. Now, working in her advantage, however, is the fact that next year, unlike this past year, is a presidential election. So statistically, you're going to have higher voter turnout. And if they end up with higher voter turnout, you're obviously going to have more people voting in that particular race. And if more Republicans come out than Democrats, obviously that's going to hurt Boebert. That's going to hurt Frisch. But if Donald Trump is at the top of that ticket, and if he's poisoning the well of Republicans beneath him, and Democrats come out in droves, or some Republicans say, look, I just can't vote for these Republicans standing by this guy, then that benefits Frisch and hurts Boebert. So there's a lot of things that could happen. Again, we're 14 and a half-ish months away from that election. So don't read too much into the polls right now, except, of course, those polls and those interviews with people in her district telling us that most people in the district that Boebert represents cannot stand her. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.